I'm Rick Howard, president of Kingdom Magic Vacations. In my job, I get to travel a lot. I explore the world on land and sea, eating in unique restaurants and discovering interesting locations. I'm always looking for new places to visit, and I want you to travel with me. Welcome to Travel with Rick. Well, hey guys, welcome to this week's show. One of our favorite places in the world that we visit almost every year, we try to, and one of our favorite people to have on the show. Left hand, Adam. This is Adam Long. Adam's the general manager here at Brooks Lake Lodge, and we're in Du Bois, Wyoming, just north of Jackson Hole. I know you always explain it to me, kind of what, northwest?
North and east.
Northeast. Yeah, just an awesome place to visit. Wonderful architecture here. Beautiful lodge, great cabins out there, and you may be noticing this, great snowmobiling out here.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic snowmobiling. We'll get into this in a little bit. Yeah, that's a result of a snowmobile thing, but I want to tell you a little bit about the lodge and why we love coming here so much. Welcome, Adam.
Well, thanks. We're a lodge that was built in 1922. We're located at 9,200 feet. And
that's above sea level,
above
right?
sea level.
Yeah, amazing.
And so we average roughly about 400 to 600 inches of snow a year, and we're here to cater to all types of snowmobilers, from trail riding to powder riding. And then we also do summer business as well.
You know, you said that so fast, 400 to 600, that's like 50 or 60 feet of snow,
Yeah.
right? That's amazing.
Yeah. And right now we're about 25 inches lower. We're about 140 inches, and we should be about 170.
Right.
But, there's plenty to ride in.
Yeah, it's just a fantastic place. Leslie and I stumbled on this place quite by chance a few years ago on a summertime trip when you probably had more snow that summer than is here right now in the winter, right? And Leslie just fell in love with the place, my wife, and we've come back every winter since then for the snowmobiling mostly. But I had a little snowmobile accident this year. It's a warmer year this year.
Yeah, tremendously warm.
And I found myself in a creek. Yeah, we're going to show you the video of that. You may have already seen it by now. But yeah, I found myself in a creek, not up a creek, but across a creek. I went straight into the other bank and somehow or another just properly and correctly jammed my right wrist right into the handlebar and broke the ulna and the radius bone right at the wrist. We read the doctor's report again today, and it's actually two bones that are broken.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of our excursions here at the lodge became a trip to the emergency room at Jackson Hole Hospital.
Yeah, not something we pride ourselves in, but it can happen.
Unfortunately, I broke not only my wrist, but Adam's perfect safety record on that little trip there. But the snowmobiling outside of this is absolutely fantastic here. It's just perfect. The trails, I think you told us one time there's like 3,000 miles of trails or something. Is that
in the west? That's a little bit. There's 400 miles in this area, and then there's roughly another 200 to 300 in a couple other areas.
Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking, was 300 miles somewhere. But there are miles and miles of snowmobile trails here, and just a fantastic place to visit. We just love it. So as a result of this, we've had to kind of find some other activities to do. Sure. One that we've absolutely fallen in love with, Leslie particularly, is the ice fishing here. And there is a lake down there.
There is. There's water there.
Yeah, we've heard rumors about this lake. Our whole visit's out here, but Brooks Lake, Upper Brooks Lake, and there's like a chain of lakes out here.
Yeah, there's quite a few. There's Lower and Upper Brooks Lake, and then there's Upper and Lower Jade, as well as Rainbow Lake. Okay, and so one of our excursions has been to take a snowmobile and snowmobile down to the lake, where you guys take an auger, kind of a drill bit, that drills a hole down into the snow, and there's trout under there. There is, and then the ice is about 4 feet thick right now.
Yeah, so we dug right through the ice, and Leslie's gone out 2 times. Obviously, just like I can't snowmobile now, I can't really cast and reel, so I just go out there for moral support, take pictures, shoot a video here and there, and pour the coffee. Yeah, I can do that one-handed. But they have been pulling trout out of there. Linda and another guest that was staying here, and Leslie went down fishing the other day, and I guess they caught 30 fish in a matter of just a couple of hours, you know. Yeah, between the two, and we actually took a couple of them back, and the chef here, Whitney, cooked them up in some brown butter. Dude, those things were fantastic. Yeah, they were great eating. And So in addition to the ice fishing, we've been taking some time out here, and you guys have snowshoes here and cross-country skis. We've been doing a bit of snowshoeing.
It's normally a little bit easier.
Yeah. Yeah, again, this thing is kind of, made it a little bit difficult. Leslie's laughing behind the camera now because, it's been a little bit tougher. I want to talk a bit about the gear for snowmobiling. There's a base layer, and then there's a layer on top of that, and then there's the snowsuits or the snowmobile suits and everything. Makes getting dressed a little tougher, dude.
It does, especially with that.
yeah, for sure. It's tough enough anyway, but with this, even tying your shoes, tying your boots there becomes quite a challenge. I'm kind of looking forward to, as much as I love this place, getting home to flip-flops and shorts.
A little bit easier.
It's going to be a little easier to get dressed, So, but this is an amazing place to visit. Let's talk a bit about the lodge. You've got a main lodge here, has this great lobby where we're sitting now. There's a bar just up there where kind of everybody congregates for lunch. Not necessarily at the bar, but it's a great place to sit and eat. But then at nighttime, once the daytime snowmobile, snowshoe skiing activities die down, that's the place to go. And then there's another kind of a smaller lobby outside of the dining room there. And
which is like another fireplace room, and which is also attached to the dining room.
Right. Dining room, magnificent, big high ceilings and lots of great art on the walls there. Tell us a little bit about the art. You were talking with some other guests here the other night about some of the fantastic art that the owners collected,
the
right?
The owner is collecting this artwork, and they're roughly anywhere between 40 inches and 60 inches big.
You've got the space for it here.
Yeah, and we have the space. And we have a couple local artists, one is Scott Christensen, and then another one is Jim Wilcox, and they're both here in the Jackson, kind of Victor, Idaho area. And then we also have a Clyde Asperve and a couple McKieran paintings as well. So.
Yeah, just fantastic, just beautiful. Obviously, a lot of hunting here, so there's great mounts on the walls there. There's a big moose in the dining room, and then there's some of your, I guess, your heads around here.
I have a couple heads.
Yeah. So and then big. Not the rugs, but the skins.
Oh yeah,
the skins are hanging.
On the railing.
Yeah, on the railing. That's pretty cool. And then past the other fireplace area there's some guest rooms in the lodge.
Yep, there's 7 lodge rooms, and then 1 lodge suite, which is
the sheep suite
inside of the 7.
Yeah.
And the sheep suite is a 1,200 square foot room with its own bathroom, jetted jacuzzi tub, fireplace, couch. I mean, it's a very special room.
Yeah.
And then we also have the cabins.
Keep trying to score that sheep suite. It's not happened yet. Leslie's shaking her head. The cabins are kind of what we go for.
And it's very specific. Some guests really like because they don't want to get dressed up in the winter.
Right.
So they want the lodge rooms. They
right.
want that ease of coming down in their pajamas for breakfast or whatever.
Right. And that's totally cool and accepted here, right?
Totally acceptable.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can come that way for dinner too if you choose to.
Very cool. Very cool. Choice. Yeah, you can wear your big fuzzy slippers.
Exactly.
You don't have to get your boots on. Right. Nice. So how many cabins are there?
There's 8 cabins on property. 3 of which can sleep 4 to 5, and then the rest are basically for couples.
Okay, very cool. And we enjoy the cabins a lot because you have fireplaces in there or stoves in there. We can build your own fire in the morning, start a pot of coffee before you come down for breakfast, which is kind of nice. Got a little porch out there. You can watch the sunrise. Some of the cabins have really spectacular views of the pinnacles and the sunrise here and stuff.
In summer it'd be the lake, but
we keep
the pinnacles mainly, and then there's one cabin that gets a view of Brooks Mountain.
Yeah, and we say the pinnacles, the Pinnacle Mountains. For you guys from Florida who don't get the mountain concept, Pinnacle Mountains out here are just
right
fantastic.
In the valley, so.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful area here from Brooks Mountain, I guess, all the way around over. Right? Mm-hmm. So Brooks is the mountain over there, right?
Yep, on the west, and the pinnacles are here on the east.
Yeah, nice, just gorgeous. So, and then that's this building, that's the cabins, but then you got this other little building out there. You wouldn't think necessarily that this great log cabin lodge that's here. We'll talk about the food in a few minutes, but has such a great culinary program here, I'll say. Has a great activity program that we already talked about. The fly fishing in the summer or ice fishing in the winter. You guys have on staff fishing guides here, snowmobile guides that'll take you out and do whatever. But not only do they have that all going on, we've got a world-class spa here as well, right?
It's it's a recently new building for us in the last 10 years, and has a 20-person outside jacuzzi. And then you have your dry sauna and workout room and another lounge area like what we're in.
Right, big fireplace there, right?
And we have one massage therapist on staff, and she's fantastic.
Right, and there's a steam room in there as well,
Yep.
right? Yeah, so awesome. Just a fantastic building. Let's talk about the food.
Food, I mean, that's what it makes or breaks your vacation.
Absolutely.
It really does.
You come back from a hard day of snowmobiling or snowshoeing, I mean, there's good hearty food there, but you know, it's
on the upper echelon of, you know, you're not going to McDonald's, that's for sure.
No, it's some of the finest stuff we've had anywhere. I look forward to it. What I love is every day, sometime between breakfast and lunch, you post the dinner menu out there. I think it's a little bit to tease the day guests.
A little
here,
bit.
You know?
It is. Well, if they like what they see, they can come and stay. So.
Yeah, because the interesting thing about the lodge here is that for breakfast, it's for guests, lodge guests only. Right? You don't serve breakfast to the public. For lunch, it opens up to the public. So there's a lot of snowmobilers who ride the trails and go to some of the other lodges around here we won't mention that come in here for lunch. So you guys open up to the public for lunch. But then for dinner, it's back to lodge guests again. Exactly. And Leslie and I have actually had dinner here when there were as few as 4 guests.
It's very nice and quaint and special. And then, you know, last night we were at 35.
Last night we had 35, which both is cool.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you don't, you know, it easily absorbs, think of that, guys, 35 in the restaurant. I mean, that's, you know, think about the last time you had a restaurant experience with 35 people. But, you know, it can be very nice and very quaint here, or it can, you know, service that. But again, you post the menu out there so you can go out there and look and see. There's usually, you know, a fish item, a meat item, and then a vegetarian item.
That's correct. Yep.
You know, and there's an appetizer on there and fantastic desserts. Big shout out to Mickey, the pastry chef here. She just does a great job. Last night, she made this chocolate ganache cake that, you know, you'd lick the plate for, man. It was just, I mean, I'd have walked 2 miles in the snow just to have a bite of that. And I did. I walked 4 miles in the snow to have a bite of that. You know? It was fantastic. So, yeah, I mean, they're serving great things. Like last night we had a lobster and shrimp scampi that was fantastic. There's beef tenderloin, elk, bison, all kinds of great gamey meats, as well as you guys bring in some fantastic beef from all over the world, right?
Yeah, and a lot of the beef we try to keep local.
Yeah.
But you know, anywhere between Wyoming, Idaho, and Utah.
Yeah, and some of the, you know, just fantastic stuff. We had a prime rib that I posted on Facebook that a lot of you guys had said it's not cooked, but I said it was cooked perfectly. It was just fantastic, you know.
Eye of the
just
beholder.
Nice chunk of prime rib. Okay, so I couldn't eat nearly the whole thing. And another cool thing about a great, I don't want to say quaint, but let's just say, what's a good way to say small without making it sound wrong, you know? Cozy, you know, personable, whatever.
Concierge.
Concierge. So I was able to take my half of prime rib that I didn't finish, ask the chef Whitney, put it away for me, and then they brought it back the next morning, and I had it with eggs for breakfast the next morning. I mean, what restaurant, what hotel could you do that in, right?
Not very many.
Yeah, not very many at all, you know, and that's just a fantastic thing about being here because your staff is just so fantastic, right?
Well, they truly care. And
Yeah.
They want you to have a good time, and you know, hopefully we've done a good job on finding those staff members as well as training them.
Sure. You know, from breakfast, you know, with the, you know, the omelet table there, making fresh to order omelets or eggs or whatever you want, to fresh pastries. These cinnamon rolls that Mickey's making. Oh man! Again, you'd walk 5 miles in the snow and outrun a bear for those, man,
they'll
right?
put Cinnabon to shame.
It sure will. And fantastic coffee and everything to go with that in the morning is just a great thing. So, what else can we tell them about the lodge here, Adam? It's just awesome.
I mean, it's we have roughly in the winter 18 staff, and on any given day we're at 20 to 25 guests. So, you know, you're almost 1-to-1, which is very special considering a lot of places you're one of many. With very, you know, staff that's kind of limited, and we're at the location that the snow is going to be at for the winter. And then there's also the summer activities where it's going to be lush and green for most of the summer, and we have a lake, and it's good.
And you can canoe and kayak and fly fish and all kinds of things like that, right?
But and really, in all honesty, you know, if you paid for a lot of this separately,
Right.
it would add up to most likely be more. And because we do it in kind of an all-inclusive price,
Right.
whether it be the package like what you guys might like to do, or do it individually with your room rate and then add the snowmobiling,
Right.
it still typically balances out with your food and all that to
Sure.
be a little bit less than what it might be if you were in like Jackson or some other area.
Right, right. And speaking of Jackson, you know, they're pretty jealous of you guys right now because it's like springtime down
Yeah.
there. And you guys, even though you say you're light on the snow for what you're used to, you've still got plenty of snow.
Yeah.
And they're pretty jealous down
Yeah,
there.
Jackson's very light on snow, and they had rain last week, and if anyone saw that, the rain at that elevation was not what we were getting.
Right.
We did get the snow.
Sure, sure. Just an awesome place. So, yeah, we did mention the summer, you know, because there is a whole nother program here in
There
the
is.
summer with the horseback riding. I don't know if
Yeah.
you mentioned that. So, you know, that's another thing that the snowmobile guys basically become horse wranglers in
Yeah.
the summertime. And you guys got great trails around here for riding, or if is a little bit of a cooler or snowier winter, you can take them down a little bit, right?
Yeah, and we'll move in and do that, and you know, it's two totally different seasons, and it caters to whoever likes the summer activities and whoever likes the winter.
Right.
And if you haven't tried winter, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, definitely, you know, and before this place, we weren't really winter travelers, you know, but we have fallen in love with this place, and every time we come, I think we always plan our next trip before
Yeah.
we leave, you know,
Which-
even despite this, you know.
We got to make up for this.
Oh, next year, yeah. Next year's going to be nonstop. I'm a little concerned that next year I'm going to be a little overzealous to make up for this year. So I'm going to have to go in being really careful next year. And I thought I was being really careful this year, you know. Brought our skills back from last year. Just had an unfortunate little thing.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
you know, one thing that, you know, that I will say, it's, you know, for all you guys that watch us because you love Disney and everything, it's not a Disney vacation, you know, in that, you know, the rides here are on tracks, you know,
Yeah.
they're not, it's not like riding a people mover through there, you
Yeah.
know, these snowmobiles, they go where you tell them to go, you know, and
Exactly.
do what either you tell them to do or you don't tell them to
Yeah.
do, right? So,
And if you lean,
you know,
you lean. If you don't, well,
there you go. You can end up like I did, you know, Ricky with the gimpy arm over here, you know, this trip. But, you know, again, it's stories that now that we've become friends and now that we come back, we'll tell these stories for years.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can see us
always.
sitting around the fire years from now telling these stories, hopefully. So.
they might be a little embellished. But
Just a little bit. Every year, it's going to get a little bit bigger. You know, next year I was riding the snowmobile up the creek, you know, and then I got stopped. You know? So, yeah, every year it's going to get a little cooler, I think. Well, Adam, thanks very much.
Well, it's a pleasure.
And congratulations. You know, we didn't mention that just in a couple of weeks, you're going to be a proud papa.
Yep, proud
Yeah.
papa of a daughter.
Yeah, so Adam and Julia have a new little girl on the way that Leslie and I too are very excited about coming back and meeting really soon. So everybody, you know, give Adam a shout out in the comments and congratulate him on being a new papa there.
Thank you.
Well, so to get in touch with you, Adam, give him the phone number and the website, and we'll link everything up below as well.
The lodge's main line is 307-455-2121. And then you can also contact us via email at brookslake.com would be our website, and then brookslake@wyoming.com would be our email address.
Awesome, and we'll link all that up below, and you guys contact these guys, or you can contact us at Kingdom Magic, and we'll direct you to the right place to plan your trip, answer any of your questions. They're really helpful. If you got any questions about this trip, you know, give them a call. They're really helpful. They can tell you what you need to think about bringing, where you come in, mostly Jackson Hole, but you know, there's some other options there, so they can tell you everything that you need to do to get here and have a blast while you're here. Just a fantastic place. Again, all the places we go, this is the one that we plan for every year and look so forward to coming back. They treat us like family here now.
Well,
It's
we
just-
look forward to having you.
and it's just awesome to be here. So, like I said, even despite things like this, we'll get to tell the stories from for year on. All right, so stick around. We're going to leave you with a little bit of snowmobiling video. But for right now, I say a little bit because we had a little bit this year. You know, next year we're going to get lots more. We actually came really prepared with 2 cameras this year that Leslie was going to film me doing stupid stuff, you know, so, but we didn't get to do that. So we'll be more prepared next year. We're going to have an awesome time, and you guys should think about coming out here as well. Adam, thanks again. You guys, thanks a lot for watching. We hope to see you right back here next week on another episode of Travel with Rick. So long, everybody.
When it's time to plan your next vacation, you need the experience of someone who can help you make the best decision for your vacation dollars. With over 18 years of experience, Kingdom Magic Vacations can help you plan your next trip to incredible destinations like Disney, Universal, cruises, and all-inclusive destinations. Our team of travel planners are with you every step of the way. All you have to do is relax and enjoy your vacation. We do all the work. Call 866-972-6244 or visit kingdommagic.com to start planning your vacation today.
Thanks a lot for watching this week's show. Check out this awesome resort behind me. This is Disney's Wilderness Lodge here at the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. One of my favorite places to stay in all the world. It's just incredible. Hey, if you're watching this on travelwithrick.com, be sure you go up there and drop your email address in our subscribe box. Every time we put something new here on Travel with Rick, you'll get an email in your inbox letting you know all about it. That way you don't miss a thing. If you want to find out more about what we're doing, check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/travelwithrick. There you can interact with other Travel with Rick friends, find out where we're going, what we're doing, and check out our question of the week also. Listen, if you're on iTunes or on YouTube, check us out in both of those places. I like to watch Travel with Rick on iTunes on my Apple TV. It looks awesome over there. And on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, rate us, do all those things that you do in both of those places. We'd really appreciate it. Hey, that's going to wrap up this week's show. Thanks a lot for watching. We look forward to seeing you right back here next week for another episode of Travel with Rick. So long, everybody.